Well, obviously, what first attracted me to the project was the very name Paddington, because for like millions of people around the world, Paddington was part of my childhood, and the stories were very rich in my memory of the character and his adventures and the scrapes he gets into. In terms of the character, Mr. Brown is slightly different from the Brown of the first stories. We thought it would be more interesting for him to have a bit of a narrative journey, so that he starts off as a man who is very sceptical about taking in a bear into the family home. He's a very protective father, very cautious man. And by the arrival of Paddington and the scrapes that Paddington gets into, some of them together with Mr. Brown sort of loosens up a bit, and it actually helps the family come together in a new way. When I first read the script, I thought that maybe it was going to be aimed at the 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds who really first engage with the stories. But as I read the script, I realised that there is a lot for the grown-ups. It's very, very funny. It's also very touching, because it's about really a stranger in a strange land looking for acceptance. A very inquisitive, wide-eyed, innocent bear who wants to have fun. And wants to explore the world, but he's also very vulnerable, and so you really want to put your arm around him and protect him. And it's just really funny. And having been at a screening yesterday where we had 5-year-olds and where we had 75-year-olds, and they all came out beaming. I think audiences of all ages and from all parts of the world will get this story, because it's about someone looking for a home, and as one of our characters, Mr. Gruber, says, a home isn't just a roof over your head. And it's ultimately about a human connection, and this bear does find that. I think the magic of Paddington has sustained over the decades since it was first published in 1958. The first stories came out then, because I think we can all recognise in ourselves the innocent adventurer who wants to be accepted, and he just gets into really funny scrapes, and gets into he causes problems without meaning to, gets into slightly hair-raising situations, but always lands on his feet and resets the dial to positive. And I think that captures the imagination of millions. I was a bit nervous that the bear was going to be very scary, because I know, in the story he's all cute and cuddly, but when I got to meet him in real life, was he going to be a bit of a diva? Would he come out of his trailer? All that sort of thing, and how bad is the marmalade habit? But in fact, he was perfectly courteous, didn't do a lot of filming with us because he had other projects, he had book signings and that sort of thing. So we had a lot of stand-in for a lot of time, and sometimes when the stand-in was bored, we had thin air or a stick or something like that. But he was fairly good-natured and didn't bite my head off, either literally or figuratively. I think Nicole brings a sort of icy sassiness. I mean, gosh, she looks fantastic as the taxidermist you don't want to get on the wrong side of. And she has evil designs on our beloved bear. And I know that she grew up adoring Paddington as well, so it was wonderful to have her as part of the team, albeit on the wrong side.